Welcome to the BDE with JTDB. Today we've got a
Let's
good
go.
long episode for you. Lot happened this week. Lot happened last weekend. And we're going to talk about some of the results of all of that. Big game tonight, Cowboys Lions. We're going to go around, see who everybody has. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
So this is going to be a shootout for sure. I like Dan Campbell as the coach more. My score prediction is going to be Lions 38, Cowboys 31. I think the Cowboys' run defense is just too bad. Even with the addition of Quentin Williams, it's just not going to make a big enough difference. I like Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery to eat tonight. That's going to open up the play action game for Jared Goff. And I think it's just going to be an absolute shootout. I like the over 54 on points, and I like Lions to win tonight.
I like the same thing, Brody. I've got the Lions to win as well. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to have a big night. I don't think they're going to be able to stop him in true Jahmyr Gibbs fashion. I think I also got the over for this game, 54.5. Definitely taking the over here. I've got 36-28 Lions, man. I mean, it's should be a pretty good game. I'm hoping for high scoring here, and I think that's what it will be.
Dude, I also don't have the over. I really think this is going to be a little low scoring, surprising game. I got the Cowboys winning because I think with the new additions on defense, you got Williams, you got Overshown playing his ass off right now, you know, and the Lions, they got on the defensive side, the Lions, they missing some key guys out tonight. You know, no Terry Arnold tonight, no Kirby Jessup, so they banged up. I like the Cowboys. They playing hot right now. They got George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb hitting their stride. That's becoming an MVP candidate going into this playoff push. So give me the Cowboys. They way too hot right now. And I also like George Pickens over 5.5 receptions tonight. With all the injuries the Lions have in the defensive backfield, I like George Pickens to feast, and I also like CeeDee Lamb's yards over tonight at 83.5. Give
I
me
like it.
Cowboys.
I got you.
I like it. I like what everybody said. I understand what everybody said. I agree with all of it. I'm gonna go with Thomas on this one. I'm taking the Cowboys. I think they're just hot right now. I do have concerns with their rush defense. Uh, I mean, the rush the rush defense of the Cowboys, they gave up 4 yards per carry to Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. Every time Jahmyr Gibbs has 4 yards per carry or more, the Lions win the ball game. So with that factor though, I also think the Lions pass defense is probably worse than the Cowboys rush defense is right now, considering the additions of Quentin Williams. I think George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb are gonna feast. I also think Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery will feast. I think it's gonna be a shootout. I got Cowboys 34, Lions 31. And give me David Montgomery over 36.5 yards.
Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, no, I mean, it's we're getting into
Brody,
that
what did you
time.
say?
I forgot to mention my player pick. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let's
Go
hear it.
ahead.
Let's hear it.
Me too. I didn't give mine yet, just yet.
So my player pick for tonight is going to be Jamison Williams over on receiving yards at 80. I picked this before knowledge of Amon-Ra coming back, but I don't think it's going to make a big. I think he is hurt, and I think he's going to be used as a distraction for
I
this
agree.
Yeah, that's
game.
good.
I think the Lions are going to lean on the speed of Gibbs and the speed of Jamison Williams and that play action. I think Jameis Williams is going to get multiple big play opportunities down the field,
Hmm.
score a long touchdown, but I like the yards.
Yeah, I like that too. I've got as a prop, I've got Jahmyr Gibbs for a touchdown in this one, man. I mean, I just don't see him not finding the end zone tonight. But with the playoffs coming up and everything like that, it's the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are gonna crash and burn in true Cowboys fashion in this one tonight. I mean, they're second in the NFC East. they're on the cusp. But I mean, it's the Cowboys. I don't even know
That's
if
a
they're going
good
to make the
point.
playoffs. You
It's a
know,
But the
good point.
Cowboys beat the last two defending Super Bowl champions.
That is true. The
Yeah,
Cowboys are on
but they're the
fire right
Cowboys. I
now.
mean, it really doesn't matter because look, at the end of the day, I mean, even if they do make the playoffs, they'll crash and burn. It's going to happen some point in the season. We haven't seen it anything too crazy from them just yet. It's bound to happen, and I think it
When will the
happens tonight.
when will the Cowgirls show up?
Yeah, tonight.
Tonight.
I don't
Tonight.
think
I
And
mean,
like I
not
s-
tonight. Not tonight. Lions got too many injuries.
Will
Not
put up
tonight.
points, but they can't stop nobody. It's like Obama's immigration plan. They're just letting
Hey, but they've been catching fire lately defensively though.
Biden's
The boys been
probably.
playing. The boys been getting after it now. Overson and Williams really make a huge difference. And with Clark too, they got a little better now. Give Matt Eberflus some credit though. The boys playing hard too, especially
Let's
after
not
their tragedy. So
let's not forget that this is big playoff implication game right here. Like the
exactly.
Cowboys can't afford another loss. That's why another reason I'm going with the Cowboys. They don't want their season to end right now on prime time. No way.
I,
That's exactly why I'm going against it.
I know you want to see Jerry Jones cry and eliminated.
Love it. Love to see
another
it.
reason I think the Lions are going to win is it's down to the head coach. With the playoff implications on the line, I could very well see this game coming down to some risky play calling, going for it on fourth down, sending blitzes on third down, playing man on man across the board. And I just like Dan Campbell to hang his nuts a little bit more than the Cowboys coach.
Yeah, I do too, for sure. I mean, Brian Schottenheimer, Mike McCarthy, doesn't matter who it is, they're still the Cowboys. Um, I mean, you can't argue with it. It's bound to happen, and I think it happens tonight.
Hey, let's not. Y'all are acting like this Lions team has been playing so good. Like let's not
Well,
forget
I mean,
they ain't been playing good.
yeah. I mean, it hasn't been the best ball from Dan Campbell. They're third in the NFC North right now. You know, Dan Campbell, he loves to make playoffs, man. Especially when he's on the line, his job's on the line, when his team's on the line, when he goes to, when it gets to making the playoffs, when that's on the line, I think you're going to see a lot more of, him dropping his nuts and, just getting the
Hey,
team where it needs to be.
that could be true, but I mean the Lions the past 2 weeks, back-to-back weeks have given up 27 plus points in back-to-back weeks.
yeah,
They let Jordan Love have a 124.2 QBR without Matthew Golden and Tucker Kraft. I mean, he had four
Yeah.
touchdowns and 230 plus yards. I mean, I
Yeah.
think this Cowboys passing attack is better than the Packers right now. So that's why I think I got Lions. Another reason why.
Yeah.
People
I
beat
like
the
it.
Cowboys.
that the Lions lost both their offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator in the offseason. So I think that's a big reason why they're coming out this season struggling a little bit with the play call,
Mm-hmm.
especially being explosive. And you see recently Dan Campbell's taken more of a role in the play calling on both sides of the football. And I could very easily see him taking over this game himself if he has to.
Yeah.
Hey,
I like
But
that.
shout out
but
Kelvin
Dan
Shepard
Camp,
though. I like him, man. And go Tigers, baby. Kelvin Shepard, baby.
but Dan
Hey,
Campbell,
that Lions
I ain't gonna
defense
lie.
has been injured.
I
What
ain't
do you
gonna
say,
lie. Dan
Thomas?
Campbell, dude, gotta start kicking some field goals and stop going for it because it do be costing him late in the ball game. Some of the fourth down was you gotta
Take
slow
the
down on
points.
because take the points sometimes.
I think
Okay,
I think the big deal about that is just about the field positioning with the new kickoff rules. If you kick a field goal, normally off the kickoff, you're given pretty good field positioning. And I think in his mind, it's either touchdown or we're going to start on defense with better field positioning. But around
but
midfield,
they have.
go ahead and punt, I would say.
But
Yeah.
but they haven't been getting it though, especially when they get down to the red zone. You got to take your three sometimes.
Yeah.
Like the Eagles
Well,
game, too many opportunities in the red zone, can't capitalize. So
yeah.
if they're gonna win tonight, they got to capitalize on fourth downs. If not, I see the Cowboys winning.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's what you're going to get out of Dan Campbell as your head coach. I mean he's going to risk it. I like it though. I mean it's an aggressive style, but sometimes it doesn't always pay off. That's for sure. Um, does anybody have anything else on tonight's game? Anything?
No, we good.
We're good. We're good. All right, we're going to move into our next topic. of tonight, which is UFC 323 this weekend. Marab,
Let's
Jan,
go.
absolutely
Oh, man.
banger card. We don't have all the time in the world, so we're only going to talk about three here. First up, we've got Marab and Jan. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and pick. I've got Marab in this one, man. I mean, it's been pretty evident. You know, their last fight, Marab, you know, kind of did what he wanted with him for the most part. It did come to a decision, but he did have 11 takedowns. You know, I think if Piotr Jan can defend the takedowns, that he's a little bit, you know, he can hold his own and he may have a chance. But man, I really don't think it's going to be close in this one. I think Marab's going to dominate Piotr Jan tonight, or not tonight, Saturday, excuse me. And he's just going to put on a great performance.
I like that.
Go ahead, Dylan.
I'm also gonna go Marab. I do think it's gonna be a much closer fight than the last one. I think Peter Yan will probably cut the takedowns in half. I think he probably going to get takedown probably about 4 or 5 times this fight, which is better for him. That's a lot. Like that cutting it in half is good.
Yeah.
And Peter Yan he ain't no bum. So I mean, we know what he's done. We know what he's capable of. But is it the same Peter Yan though? I mean, let's see. We're gonna see. I think Marab, he's a machine. That's why they call him that.
Yeah.
Give me Marab.
Yeah. Marab's a little bulldog.
Marab
Man.
decision.
Give me Marab as well. You know, Marab, one of the best conditioned champions we have out here. Marab, too strong. You know, I think when Marab submits him in round 4, actually. Hot take, though. I think Marab is a way better fighter, one of the greatest featherweight champions we ever seen. I don't know, historical one if he wins this fight, too. So, give me Marab next.
All right. I'm also going to take Marab. He's just a workhorse. This is his 4th title defense in just this year.
That's insane.
Yeah, and his cardio's through the roof. And he's wiped out everybody in the division, including Jan already. I do think Jan is probably pissed coming off a 2-fight losing streak, and he's probably motivated, and he's probably the cleaner boxer standing on his feet. And I do see this being a closer fight, but I just think Marab, he loves it too much, and he's got all the confidence in the world, and I have him winning in the 4th round. I'm not really sure if it's going to be a submission or maybe he just wears him out and finally knocks him out. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I definitely like that. Yeah, Marab's a workhorse, man. You know, like you said, he just keeps going and keeps going until you quit. So I could definitely see that happening. Any more thoughts on Marab there? All right. The next fight, Pantoja Van. Pretty good fight here. Who wants to go first on this one?
Ooh, I actually like Van. Because his last fight, man, that's one of the best UFC fights I've seen. His last fight. This is a dangerous fight. This is a dangerous fight. I low-key want to go Van with the upset, though. I'm low-key feeling
Me
it.
too.
But the upset, too. You know, he got great striking, and I think he finds a way to get a dub in this one. I really like him. No disrespect to the champ, but you know what I'm saying? I think Van in an upset. That's a hot take, upset.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from. I don't think I just don't think it's quite his time. Pantoja, I think he's too experienced. I think he's more well-rounded, especially in the grappling game and the wrestling side of it. I think that will play a factor in this fight. But like you said, the last fight that Joshua Van had, definitely a contender for fight of the year versus Royval. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat the entire fight. I wish that fight would have went 10 rounds. That was a phenomenal fight of 2 warriors just standing and banging. Love it. Gotta love it. But and I think those two will in the future will be rematching for a title and probably could have a trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
But give me Pantoja Saturday night to retain a belt. It's not quite that time yet.
Brady?
I absolutely love Joshua Van. I don't only think that was fight of the year in his last fight, but it's one of the most entertaining fights that I've watched since I started watching the UFC. He's showcased he's an elite striker and definitely has a tough chin. I don't see Pantoja
Definitely.
by no means.
Mm-mm.
And he
No.
has decent takedown defense, but I just don't think decent's going to cut it. Pantoja's on a huge win streak. He's been
He
choking
is.
left and right. I actually see this ending pretty quick. I think Pantoja's going to choke him out in round one. Van's good potential, but like Dylan said, it's not his time.
And it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you guys said, I mean, Van,
I would love for him to win, though.
yeah, I mean, it'd be great, you know. I've got, I don't know, man. I mean, it was a great fight, him and Royval. I mean, I haven't seen a fight like that, you know, like Brody said, since I've been watching the UFC. I mean, it was just an absolute masterclass, just great fight all the way around, man. That being said, Pantoja's on an eight fight win streak right now, dude. And you know, once a guy like that gets going, it's hard to stop. I think, like Dylan said, it's not Joshua Van's time. Give me Pantoja by decision this Saturday.
Like,
I
Nice.
gotcha.
We've got one more fight here,
Excuse
pretty
me.
interesting one. Henry Cejudo and Peyton Talbot. Love the matchup here. I'm not the biggest Henry Cejudo guy, you know, so I'm going to say that Peyton Talbot's going to absolutely run through Henry Cejudo in this fight, man. I mean, I don't think it's going to be close. I think Talbot may even knock him out. He may be sleeping on the floor, you know, till the next weekend. Okay. Cejudo hasn't fought in a long time, and all he does is run his mouth, run his mouth, run his mouth. And I think Peyton Talbot is going to be the dagger that shuts him up and, you know, could even make him retire.
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. I just think Cejudo's washed. I know his last fight was February. I think it was a technical decision loss for Cejudo after an accidental eye poke in the third round. Song Yadong, I believe it was. I don't think he don't got it no more. It's simple as that. Payne
wow.
Talbot's young, upcoming. He wants it. He's hungry. You probably see all his videos on social media. He's like one of your Sean O'Malley styles. I'm not saying he is Sean O'Malley. He is not Sean O'Malley. But he's like that type of personality, that type of style. Give me Peyton Talbot knockout round one. I agree. I think he's gonna catch him early.
Oh yeah, I just think he's a really rough guy, man. I mean, it just seems like he'll beat the shit out of you. Who's next?
I'll go ahead. Cejudo's 38. I've never. He was pretty good.
Oh,
He old as hell, and so
he upgraded from Unk to Gramps.
right. So he was pretty straight, pretty good. Olympic gold medalist wrestler.
Oh yeah.
38. He took a 3-year break, came back, lost 3 straight. Talbot's only loss was because he was out grappled, but since then he's made improvement. And if he can just stand up and fight, I don't see it being very close. I'm going to go second round knockout by Talbot.
yeah.
And give me Metabol as well, man. There's one of the good up and coming UFC fighters we have in the featherweight division. Give me Metabol.
He's the guy with he's got the black dots, right?
Yeah.
He's going to leave the black dot on Cejudo Saturday.
Yeah.
Somebody I was
I think
talking
you will
to
too.
today explained to me the meaning of that black tattoo, the circle one. Apparently, Talbot said it represents a black void inside of him, and that the other. He said the black circle on the front, and if you see on his back, in the same exact spot on his back is the same exact black circle tattoo on both sides. And he says like it's a black void that he feels.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, that just shows you how dangerous this guy is, man. I mean, this is not a guy I'd want to see in the street.
Jake
dude.
can't believe this.
I mean, that's just I've always wondered kind of what it was. You know, I've never really took the time to look into it, but I mean, that would make sense. You know, he's kind of got that mindset of I'm gonna run through you, and you know, I got some demons inside me that I'm gonna unleash on you and leave you in here, you know, with the medic. So
He's about
I
to
don't
Oh,
know.
Cejudo an analyst is what he's about to do. He's about to. I mean, he's gonna start analyzing. So he'll
hey,
start analyzing.
let's not forget Cejudo in his prime though was a monster. I mean, he was
Was
a
Oh
double
yeah,
champ, but I do agree with you. He's about to sit him to a reporter, but even an analyst, but even maybe not that because towards the end of his career, the way he's been acting the past couple and few years, people don't like him no more. It seems like
no,
people don't like him, so he might not be able to get a reporting job or an analysis job on a UFC pre-show or post-show. I don't
yeah.
know if fans like him that much anymore because of the way he's been
Mm-mm.
acting.
But
tap
when
in
you,
with it, I guess.
yeah, when you
What did
stop,
you
you
say?
know,
He needs to tap in with Indeed, I guess.
for real. I
Come on, don't
mean,
do that. Don't do my man like
Get the
that, man.
put the fries in the
all
bag,
right.
Cejudo.
I mean, I'm hating, but I mean, the guy's just he hasn't been able to fight. You know, been taking breaks, and all he's done in those breaks is talk. And I think Peyton Talbot shuts him up.
We're gonna
Um,
sound real stupid if Cejudo goes out there and dominates
oh
this
yeah,
young
I mean for
kid.
sure. But I mean Peyton Talbot, dude. I mean the guy's just nasty.
He's a
I mean just absolutely nasty. He will
Yeah.
kill you in that octagon.
yep.
Um,
He did have that one loss against that Brazilian fighter. I'm sorry, I forget his name, but he did have that loss. But other than that, I think in a career, especially in UFC, losses are important for your development.
yeah, sure.
And I think that really was the case for him, and he's going to show that.
Yeah,
Absolutely. He lost that fight because he was out grappled, and I see Cejudo trying to do the same thing, and I just see him learning his lesson from that other loss from the grappling.
I agree.
yeah. Straight knee to the face from Peyton Talbot may send him to the underworld, dude. But yeah, we've got a few more things here. We'll move on to some basketball now. Uh, CP3 released earlier today from the
Ooh,
Clippers. They're
spicy.
moving on from him. Um,
Mm.
don't know exactly the next moves for him, but Tommy, what you think about the whole thing here?
I mean, it's being reported him and Ty Lue, having leadership issues. Chris Paul, he an old head, man. He don't play about losing. I mean, this is his
Facts.
final season. The Clippers aren't playing up to standard, but it's also, it's on the management as well. You got to invest all this money into Kawhi Leonard. You got all this money tied up with James Harden. You signed Bradley Beal to a deal, and he's out for the season. I mean, it's just a lost cause. Kawhi Leonard doesn't even show up and play half the time. He
Mm-hmm.
always got injuries. James Harden balling out this year, but James Harden ain't enough this
Yeah.
year. So, and I get
Yeah.
CP3's frustration with this whole situation because this is last year going back to a team that he loves.
Right.
With the Clippers. But man, this is a tough situation with CP. I feel bad for him, man. But you got to talk this up with the manager. You got to talk this up with management. My bad, because
You good?
man, the Clippers they bad this season, guys. Like terrible basketball.
Hey,
I don't
it's
know what
pathetic. It's pathetic.
they have an aunts out there, man. It's an unk league, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
They got to do something. They got to trade Kawhi or something. They got to blow it up. It's time. It's time, man.
Does Kawhi even have trade value though?
No,
No,
mm,
no, he doesn't because he's
Like,
never available to play.
can
He's
somebody
always
tell
missing
me a
some
team
games.
that wants Kawhi Leonard?
nobody.
No,
Two two
you
injuries.
can't count on him. You can't count on Kawhi. Man, he be injured all the
Does he need
time.
a?
It's
Don't
something
tell me he
different.
needs to follow Cejudo to McDonald's.
Hey, now Kawhi's a great now. Hold on now. Kawhi is great.
I was
You know what I'm saying? Don't disrespect Kawhi like that.
well, I mean,
I know
so
you
is
don't like
Cejudo.
Kawhi, but come on now. Come on now. It's time for Kawhi and the Clippers to move on. Find a way, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just bad. They're having a bad start to the season. I don't know if they're going to turn it around or not. But reaching CP3, man, that's huge. Especially 3 a.m. in the morning in this hotel room. on a road trip. Yeah, that's crazy. But
Yeah,
apparently him and
no.
Tyler
Look,
been
get
having
this.
issues.
Lawrence Frank. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, Lawrence Frank needs to be fired. He needs to be fired immediately. I'm like, oh my gosh. Chris Paul is a Hall of Famer. He's he announced before the season that he's retiring, and you're barely gonna play him. And then knowing CP3, almost every team he's been on succeeds. He is a leader and he is vocal. He has to be on the court. He has to play. He has to. And it does fall some of it on the coach, on Tyloo. Uh I mean, he does have to play him more, but it's more on management. Exactly what you said. Lawrence Frank needs to be fired for things you said and for how he handled this situation. He It's disgraceful the way he handled it to about with the Hall of Famer of CP3's caliber, and you just wasted his final season. It infuriates me that you wasted his last season.
And I hope CP3 gets picked up to a winning playoff team, so he can add some valuable locker room experience. So he can
Yeah,
finish off his last season out good, man. Because that's just terrible how the way the Clippers did him.
I
But
agree.
go ahead,
It
bro. You got
disgusts
something to
me.
say?
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not much to say about CP3. Everybody knows he's one of the best true point guards of all time, one of
100%.
the haters of all time. And not much to say about the Clippers either. If you keep up with basketball at all, you'll know the Clippers aren't very good this year, and it's not a skill issue. It's they're just too old. They can't keep up with younger, more
Way
athletic,
too old.
and they can't stay healthy. Thing.
They
And
traded all their valuable assets to OKC, giving them say, for Paul George. That got to fall on management too,
that
because of
and this is actually terrible for the NBA because the Thunder actually own the Clippers' first round pick this year, which is looking like it's going to be a top five
Yeah.
Yep.
pick. Um,
Yeah, that's
exactly
not
that
good for
week.
the league. The
not
league is cooked. Excuse me.
but honestly, with Chris Paul, man, I think this is actually good for him. It sucks the way that it was handled, but if I was him, his final year on his way to retirement, like you said, Tommy and Dylan, I would see him want to go to a playoff team or a team that's not necessarily like gonna win it all from what people think right now. For
Just,
me,
just,
I
just a playoff level team, man.
highly
That's all.
think the Spurs, the T Wolves, and the Raptors. I can see all of these teams making the playoffs this year. And CP3 at this age, man, and his lack of scoring ability just because of the age, I think he can play a perfect role on any of those teams coming off the bench, running the second rotation on the floor, and maybe getting a ring before it's all said and done.
You're
Yeah.
spitting ball knowledge.
Be good to
Yeah,
see.
yeah,
It'd be good
man.
to see.
It's sad. He's gonna have to name CP zero rings, man. They're trying to get after that name, man. But hey, tough situation to see about Chris Paul, though.
No, for sure. Our next stop in the NBA tour here. We got big news on Giannis. He was out last night or the other day. Can't remember exactly.
Last
They
night,
said it was an Achilles injury, but I think it's
calf
reported
strain,
it's
calf
it's
strain.
actually a calf strain. Yeah. Um, with Giannis, bunch of trade talk and stuff like that. I know Doc said they don't want to trade him and stuff like that. They haven't been in talks in any aspect. But the Bucks did beat the Pistons last night without him. They're kind of seeing maybe we can win without him. And I know that back in August they were really
No,
talking to the Knicks for a few weeks.
Yeah.
What you mean no?
Uh, yeah. What you mean? No.
Anyway,
nah. What?
so Giannis, everybody knows they might be lying. There's talks with them being traded.
Yeah, exactly.
The Bucks are on fair on their road to rebuild, and they just don't really have a lot of capital to do so, and they've got to
No.
make that opportunity happen. And it's fair to Giannis. Giannis loves Milwaukee. Obviously, they gave him a chance, but at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for him and best for y'all. They did acquire Miles Turner, and I think that's a good piece that maybe keep as a veteran presence and to be able to help the younger bigs develop. As far as Giannis, I see the first call being made to the Bucks by the Thunder. They just have so much draft capital. They can throw however many picks they want at them, but I think money is going to be a problem. And if they're not in the second apron already, they definitely will be. I also see the Hawks. I could see the Hawks trading Trae Young. The Hawks actually look pretty solid this year. They look better without Trae Young, and
That is true.
I could see them trading Trae Young, having a good point guard presence in there, facilitating for all the younger guys, developing them on and off the court, and then the Warriors. People are going to say the Warriors. That
They
would
don't got no cap space,
they just
though.
I don't think they have the ammo to go land them. And then people are talking about the Lakers, and that's very interesting. And everybody would love to see that. But that's also just not going to happen,
Yeah.
especially firing Luka. My favorite though is the Knicks for Giannis to land. I think they could give Cat Tyler Kolek, who's a rookie guard out of Marquette, has a lot of potential. He could go to Milwaukee and develop and be a guy for them, as well as Cat and Miles Turner
Yep.
front court. And then the Knicks, I would throw 4 first-round picks in there as well. And I would say the Knicks are immediately 3 to 4 first-round picks, but the Knicks are immediate contenders to win it all with Brunson,
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges, Giannis, and they've got a few other good role players.
Well, one key thing about the Knicks trade, the Knicks actually gave up 5 first-round picks to the Brooklyn Nets to acquire Markel Bridges. So I don't know if they have the ammo for the draft pick aspect of the trade. But for me, though, Giannis, I mean, it was reported that he tried to get traded to New York this offseason, but, the trades never followed through. And so Giannis is sticking up and play for the season now. But Giannis, man, it's tough, dog. It's tough, man. You know what I'm saying? You give your whole entire career to Milwaukee and you see it falling down. Dame gets injured, and y'all not starting off great as well. And now he has a calf strain injury out for 2 to 4 weeks. That's tough to be honest, man. But a
Yeah.
possible trade destination I can see Giannis particularly going to, which nobody's talking about, is the San Antonio Spurs. They got
The
so many
Spurs,
young guys,
exactly. I was
so
gonna
many
say
young
that
It'd be
too.
assets,
dangerous.
so many draft picks to give up. Like you can get Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle to choose from.
It's
They got too
Alinsky.
many young guys. Imagine, imagine Victor Wembanyama and Giannis on the same team
Oh
on
my
the court
gosh.
together. That'd be the most unstoppable front court we ever seen
Of
before.
all time. Gotta be, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it
Yeah, it would
close?
be.
Bully ball at that point.
It,
They, they,
it would be, but I just don't see that really being worth it to the Spurs, especially if you're looking to give up Castle and Dylan Harper. And
Nah, just one. You can give up one of them. They got Spurs. Got too many assets to give up. They got De'Aaron Fox on their team. They got a lot of valuable players they can give up to go get Giannis. It's a first round pick. The Spurs got the most cap and ammo to go get Giannis out of everybody. The Knicks.
Yeah.
Only thing about the Knicks, they got to give up Cat, man. They got to give up
Yeah.
Cat
You
and
gotta give up
OG
key
and
you gotta
somebody.
give up key role players for the Knicks.
Exactly.
The Spurs can afford to do it. I think the most besides probably the Hawks, but I don't think he's going to the Hawks because preseason before it started at media day, he said, I want to play for a team that allows me and gives me a chance and opportunity to win a championship. I don't think Milwaukee does that. I don't think Atlanta does that. Uh I think the Knicks and Spurs are the only 2 teams that make sense. I like him at both. And I'm excited to see what happens with that whole
I
situation.
could I
I
could definitely see the Bucks trading him to the Spurs because you want to keep him out the Eastern Conference. Allow him to go to the Western Conference. You want to play him twice a year
yeah,
at the West too. So
right.
I can definitely see the Spurs being a good trade asset for the Bucks to target,
I
to be
agree.
honest.
so I'm
Yeah.
disagree. I think they have no problem trading him in the East because by the time the Bucks,
Oh,
let's be real, Giannis probably ain't gonna be playing too much longer. At least the way
he's 30. What are you talking about?
I know, but it's gonna take the
He
Bucks.
is injury prone.
Nah, well,
Not,
really,
no, he ain't injury prone.
this
Kinda. He has been.
this rebuild for the Bucks take a while. I mean, 5 years at least, I would say.
They've done a terrible job with that. That's management's fault.
And
Yeah,
I do
they
think
should never trade Drew Holiday to begin with for Dame. That was just a bad trade. They got knocked off on my Miami Heat, but Drew Holiday, that was a decent asset, and they gave up key players to go get Damian Lillard in a trade, which didn't make no sense to me. So
I
that's
actually
another reason.
think that the Hawks could be contenders or make a decent run in the playoffs, especially with how them young guys are playing. Jalen Johnson, Nikhil Alexander-Walker has improved his scoring ability a lot.
I do like Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson should be an all-star this year.
Yeah, he should be.
Well, with what the Hawks like to do, the Hawks like to run up and down the court, keep the pace high. I think Giannis fits that pretty good. And for the Spurs, I just don't. I'm not saying it's not worth it. Obviously, they would still be amazing, but those guys are just so young that y'all are talking about trading, and they already have a championship
You
contention.
don't have to trade everybody, just a couple key assets. You know what I'm saying?
Couple key young guys, and then
Yeah.
I'd throw a majority of the first round picks in there. I mean,
If
Yeah.
any, I would trade maybe. Honestly, I would trade De'Aaron Fox and a few picks. I would keep those young guys, Dylan Harper.
They're gonna ask for a young
they're
guy.
gonna want more. They're gonna want
they're
more than that.
Well,
Yeah, they're gonna ask for a young guy and some picks. I'm just trying to tell y'all.
I just don't think that they're already a championship contention team when healthy right now. And I think they could be for a very long time with how young Wemby is. Dylan Harper, he was on pace to win Rookie of the Year the way he was scoring, even on that loaded team coming off the bench. They got De'Aaron Fox. Stephon Castle, man, he's a dog, bro. He can just do
Oh
everything.
yeah,
I just don't think it's worth it for them when you see the long-term potential of them winning championships. When I look
but,
now,
but I think it helps them beat
first,
OKC though, because OKC is too talented. They're the best here in basketball right now. But imagine Giannis and Wemby. Who's gonna stop them on OKC?
I think the
Chet
Spurs.
can't guard. Chet can't guard Giannis. Chet definitely can't guard Wemby. They have a little rivalry going on, and Wemby owns Chet. So, what they gonna put heart?
Wemby owns
Come on
Chet.
now. Come on now.
I like the Knicks. The Knicks is my favorite potential trade spot, and I think honestly both teams kind of benefit from that if the trade works how I think it could.
Both teams would benefit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, man, look, lots of good ball talk there. It's a tough thing, especially, for Milwaukee, for Giannis, both sides. We'll see what happens there. Our next segment here, we're going to move into the topic of or the state of Penn State football. I mean, just absolutely not doing your due diligence. This is just, complete and utter, nobody's taking responsibility. Somebody's got to get in there and do what's right. I think when they fired Franklin, you needed to have a plan. You needed to know who you already wanted to hire when you let him go.
100%.
Him he's got you on the cusp of a national title, last year, and then a few bad games, down year. It happens, and you just let him go like that. It's insane. It's insane. Bad management all the way around. Anybody else got any thoughts?
100%. I'll go. My fault. It reminds me. It doesn't remind me, but it's similar. Brian Kelly, LSU, like the buyout and all that is similar. But at least LSU had a plan for after Brian Kelly. They knew who their target was, and there was nobody else besides Lane Kiffin that LSU wanted. Pat Kraft, what are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, you were the first team to fire the head coach, and now you're the last one crying and complaining and whining about, who's the head coach going to be? Who's the head coach going to be? Well, guess what? Now you're last in the country for recruiting. You lost all your recruits. You only have 2 recruits right now. And guess what? James Franklin, he's about to run the ACC. He brought Virginia Tech from 121st ranked recruiting class to 25th ranked. And now
Wow.
Penn State is last with 2 guys. That's unbelievable. And it's all Pat Kraft's fault. He should be fired right now. And the governor should step in. But guess what? It's Pennsylvania. That's not gonna happen. At
Yeah.
least Louisiana had the balls to get the governor involved, and he loved the program so much that he make the move. And at least they had a plan. Penn State, Pat Kraft, no plan, and now your program's burning.
Yeah. Definitely on fire for sure.
I think they did have a plan in place. I think the 2 guys who they really wanted, Kurt Cinetti and Matt Rule, they all got new contract extensions. So that really messed up their plan. But, man, it's looking bad for Penn State.
That's their fault.
Well, still, when you
Obviously,
got
those coaches didn't want to go there.
exactly. I mean, and when you fire a
They
coach
probably
like
didn't
James
like Pat
Franklin,
Kraft.
you need to be prepared to spin the bag on another coach. I mean, unless you're just going to let your interim coach coach, I mean, you need to be prepared to spend a lot of money going somewhere else and trying to pick
100%.
guys. Not, I mean, it's just terrible management from Pat Kraft there.
Yeah, I agree. Burning. I think this next year is going to look pretty rough for them unless something crazy happens. But I think for the long-term future, I think it won't take too long to get Penn State right back to where they were at, to be honest. I mean, if you look at the Big Ten landscape, it's just majority's not that good. The top of the top is elite. Don't get me wrong. They're some of the best in the country. But when you look at the middle of the pack, and especially when you get down to the bottom of the Big Ten, they're just terrible. And I think they need to go get a hungry coach. I'm not really sure why they haven't reached out to Brian Dable or Manny Diaz or Brian Kelly.
I think they went on Manny Diaz. I really think they went on Manny Diaz to do something with Duke. That's who would be my next target.
I mean, look, I like Matt Campbell too over there at Iowa State. I mean, guy's the most winningest head coach in Iowa State history. I mean, yeah, but I said, you got to be prepared to spin the bag. You give him the bag, he's going to leave. I mean, the guy makes what, like $4 million a year right now? I mean, if you're Penn State and you offer him $9 million a year, I'd get my ass out of Iowa ASAP, and I'd head up there to Penn State to coach the Nittany Lions. I mean, it's that simple.
Yeah, I agree. I do think their lack of high school recruiting is actually going to – oh, there goes Tommy. So their lack of recruiting is obviously not good for the program at all. But I do see them landing a lot of pretty decent, pretty good players in the transfer portal. There's going to be a lot of guys looking to move up. And I think they're going to definitely improve them from where they're currently at. I mean, surely it'll get better because they're going to get some good players from the transfer portal. But I would say 1 to 3 years, they're going to be right back up there, kind of dabbling, trying to get into the Big Ten championship. But I think, honestly, just long term, they're always going to probably be that 4th best team in the Big Ten. I don't see them passing up Indiana, Ohio State, or Oregon.
What about Michigan?
Or Michigan or USC. I mean, you're going to be the bottom of the barrel.
That's true. I honestly,
USC's about to. I think USC's about to get it going.
Oh
yeah, USC got the number 1 class right now.
I don't think
they're about to get it going.
Lincoln Riley done. He's never been able to get it done, and nothing. He's always had good recruiting classes. He's always had good swag about him, but he's never been able. And I don't see it changing. I think
it's always been his defense, though. That's been his biggest downfall.
Lincoln Riley would probably be a top 3 offensive coordinator in the country. But as a head coach, man, seems a little soft to me, and he's yet to prove anything that he can win big games.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who can save USC then, man. I mean, because it seems like since the Pete Carroll days, nobody's been able to do it. You know, I mean, they've had some good years, sure, but I mean, and you've had some great coaches come through. You've had Kiffin,
it's weird. It's
Lincoln
weird.
Riley. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know exactly who the AD is, but somebody is doing something wrong, and
I agree.
Somebody's got to get to the bottom of that. I don't know what's up there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's got to be something towards the top internally.
I think you.
But we'll see though. You'll see on the come up. But for Penn State, man, they better hit on the transfer portal class too coming up.
Yeah. They're about to have 60 incoming transfers.
They're going to get a lot of transfers, and I actually think they're going to get some pretty good players. There's going to be some guys that are good trying to work their way up through the college football landscape. And if you're a top guy in the transfer portal and you're trying to move up in the world, you can probably go to Penn State and start immediately. I mean, there's going to be a lot of time there for a lot of guys looking for a big opportunity on a big stage.
Mm-hmm. I actually checked before this, and I don't know if it was wrong, if it wasn't updated right, but I checked 24/7 Sports, and they now have the 15th ranked class in the country. They're sixth in the Big Ten. They've got 24-star commits. No 5 stars, though. I mean, you're not going to attract any big players like this, but I think they did kind of recover well since yesterday morning. But, I mean, man, it's just it's been a pretty bad show they're running.
What, Brody?
You said 24 stars?
Yeah.
I'm actually considering – I think they'll end up hiring Terry. Or they might make Terry interim head coach for all of next year.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, it seems to me like that's what they're wanting to do.
That's what the
now
boosters are pushing for.
Yeah, I mean, now you've got to –
But
yeah, that's the Penn State guy, though. Terry a Penn State guy, man.
If the boosters and the players want Terry, I would sign Terry to a 1-year deal, give him a little bag to help him out, give him the resources. You got a 1-year tryout. You make this happen. You make us look like we can get back rolling. You got it. If not, we're about to go throw the bag at somebody else.
That's what Ole Miss about to do with Pete Golding.
Mm-hmm. That seems a little bit more permanent. Like they wanted it to be a little bit more permanent, you know. I don't know why I feel like that.
But there's
compared to this.
Hired Terry, though. I mean, there's stuff behind the scenes. There's reasons they haven't hired Terry. If he was absolutely right for the job, I think they would have already done so, considering the burning that's going down.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to think, you know, before James Franklin came to Penn State, I mean, what'd you do before that? The Franklin years, other than this year, have been some of the best years for your program.
The last scandal before Franklin got there.
Yeah. But, I mean, look, you know, these have been some of the best years for you as a program. And I just think the whole thing was handled very poorly. You could have definitely handled that better. You could have hired a coach that's going to be way better for your team in this upcoming year and have been able to retain some of those recruits, you know. If you're a high school kid and you're looking at Penn State and you're like, well, who's the coach over there? I don't know. Well, man, I'm going to go follow the coach that had been recruiting me the whole time down to Virginia Tech. I mean, who wouldn't?
Right.
I just don't really understand why. I mean, I really dislike Brian Kelly. Anybody that knows me knows I do not like Brian Kelly, and he's not a good coach in the SEC. He can't beat that good of a competition, and he never really could at Notre Dame. But I think with the Big Ten landscape, I don't see why they don't give him a call. I mean, I think he would definitely at least get him to a bowl game every year. And
yeah, definitely. He would.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only games he would definitely lose is just the Ohio State and Indiana, those teams like that. He'll beat up the rest of the Big Ten.
Yeah. Look, and that's what you were doing before. I mean, you spend $65 million to buy out James Franklin just to go to James Franklin 2.0.
Kelly, yeah.
I mean, good Lord.
Oh my gosh. It's bad.
And I could see that happening
especially after what James Franklin did for that program, because before he got there, it was a dumpster fire, and it took him a while, and he looked like he aged about 35 years, but he really did make them better, and he turned that program around. And if he could have just won the big game, or was going to eventually win the big game, I mean, they did go pretty deep in the playoffs last year. It's not like, I mean, they were just bad. They made the playoffs. They made a good run. But they could have built him a statue there, I think, if he could have won the big game. But obviously they don't have no money for a statue because they don't even have a coach.
Nope. I think there's one person to blame for all of this, all of the shambles Penn State has been in lately, and that's Drew Aller. Drew Aller is terrible as they come, man, as a quarterback, dude. I mean, you got to look at the guy, man. I mean, he got his head coach fired. He's not a good quarterback. I mean, he's playing high school teams, so everybody's like, "Oh, Drew Aller," you know. And then you go play a team like Oregon, you know, you throw a pick to end the game and lose, and then it just all downhill from there. It's Drew Aller's fault.
Drew
that- All right.
Aller.
You say it 15 times in a row. He did. Okay. Look, bad
Yeah.
ball from him. I don't think it was anything to do with James Franklin. As to why the bottom of it, why they were losing, it just wasn't his fault.
I agree with you.
Tyler's terrible, and the fact that people thought he could potentially be the number one pick after this year coming into this season was just.
I never agreed with those people.
No, I didn't either. Especially his last game against Notre Dame. That was terrible coming in.
But the Penn State just over the last few years turned into that ranked team, that top 10 ranked team that, they got a lot of hype on ways. They talk a big game with that, wide out, Happy Valley. I'm pretty sure they barely have a winning record or maybe a losing record on wideouts. So, I mean, not even really a good presence at home. So, I don't know. Short term,
tough place to play though.
Eventually, they have to.
Yeah, Penn State's like Henry Cejudo, dude.
Yep.
How so?
All that talk, all that noise for what?
Nothing.
Leave my man alone, man. Leave Henry Cejudo alone.
I'm sorry, man. I got to throw it back in there, man. He just gets me going.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I ain't glad that coffee running through me. I drink in about 5 minutes. I got to piss.
I got you. All right.
Coffee?
Looks like.
Wait, coffee? Coffee makes you go to the bathroom, right?
Yeah, obviously. I got to piss, dude.
Oh, no. I thought you got to take it. You got to go take you a. Nah, you got to take you a Lawrence Frank after drinking all that coffee. I'm not going to lie.
Hey, bro, everybody knows he been a hoe. Yeah, if you ever watch the Jeff T podcast, he don't like him either, dude. Nobody likes him. No, he don't like nobody, and nobody likes him. So, sipping Baja Blast rum shots on the beach soon. But
I feel you. Well, look, that's all the time that we've got for today. We had the best day ever. Hope you do too.
Hope you have
Good
the
night.
best day ever.
Exactly. We will see y'all guys on the next podcast. Coming soon.
BDE, peace.
Let's go.
See y'all.
Peace out.